So today we got something that's crazy. When we like crazy. So today we're gonna talk about Lake Murder, Lake Lanier. So it's this lake outside of Atlanta, and it's crazy the history of this lake. Bloody blast, has some racial components. It's crazy. People currently just dying. The question is, what we're going to talk about today is this lake, is it haunted, right? Is this lake haunted? What's up with all these people dying, all these strange occurrences? So we're really going to get into it. As always, smash that like, subscribe. Let's go. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So first thing I want to get out the way is we'll talk about what Lake Lanier is, right? When you go there, it's beautiful people. I've been there a couple of times, right up the street from the house. But you go to Lake Lanier, it's beautiful beach. You got people out there drinking, enjoying themselves, having a good time. People, kids in the water, beers, all of that. Good time. But what they don't tell you about is that dark history. Right? How did you get that lake? What did it take to make that lake? Those are questions that need to be asked. That's what we're going to dive in first. And then second, since you've made the lake, what has the history been? How many people have died? Those are things that we're about to get into. But first off, beautiful lake. But let's peel back that onion. Let's see what things are really looking like. So we're going to, as we start this off, we're going to slow it down a little bit. We're going to talk about how do you make a lake, right? Typically when you make a lake, you need to create some dams and you need to flood an area. And so Lake Lanier is no different, but let's peel back the onion. So Lake Lanier was created in the 1950s, I believe 1957 to be exact. However, when they created, as part of creating Lake Lanier, they had to relocate 700 families. Get out of here. Move. Right? These people didn't want to move, but move. We're going to make this lake. We'll talk about those people in a second. Who are they? Peel back the onion. Also, they moved 20 cemeteries. 20. And the bodies as well. And when they moved these bodies, when I tell you about who these people were, you can only imagine how disrespectful they were when they moved these bodies. And it just kind of builds that backstory when you think about Lake Lanier and why it is the way it is. When we talk about like it's bloody, it's waterlogged, it's ledges dripping red from the 50s all the way to present. So we'll get into that, but let's peel back this onion more. But to sum it up, the creation of Lake Lanier, created in the 50s. They moved 700 people. They relocated 20 cemeteries into bodies, flooded the area. That's how they made Lake Lanier. Let's peel back that onion. Let's learn more about who these people were. So, who was this town in the 50s where they said that they wanted to build this huge lake? Well, who was this? Who are these people that they needed to displace to make the lake? So it was a thriving black community, right? It's a black community. They had their own general stores. They had a racetrack. They had it going on. It was like a thriving black community. Out there in Forsyth County, which if you want to, maybe another video we could talk about Forsyth County and talk about their past. But again, it was a black community, a thriving black community. But they decided, to help facilitate this lake for summer enjoying pleasure and all of those things that, your whole community has to be wiped out. You have to leave. Your thriving community that you built, it has to go. And those bodies, your family, cemeteries, we're going to move those. We're going to take care of them. Okay. And by the way, this is the Army. Army Engineering Corps. This is what they're doing. So we're going to take care of the body. So apparently that didn't happen. We know graves still underwater. Bodies were mistreated. So let's talk about. So this is a recap. We know how the lake got made. We know who the people were that were impacted. Now let's talk about some of the tragedies that have occurred since, and then finally I'll let you all decide in the comments. Is this haunted? Is this karma? What's really going on? So let's get into it. So we know this bloody past, how they made the lake. Is it haunted? You tell me. Since the creation of the lake, 675 souls have met their demise. The lake is like 80 to 100 feet deep in places, so a lot of these bodies not getting found. You know, you hear stories about people drowning, people jumping in to save them, they dying, people who can swim, great swimmers getting poured under, people by the shallow end drowning. You tell me, it's crazy, right? 675 people. That's more than one a year. That's more, what's that? 3, 4? It's only been open 70 years. It's like 5, 6. What? Y'all do the math. Tell me how many people that is a year. It's 2021, 675 souls. How many people a year is that? You all tell me, is that karma? Is that just some weird riptide in a lake? You all tell me, is it ghosts? I think it's something supernatural there. I think it's some unsettled souls. At the end of the day, you all leave me comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You all tell me what y'all think. Again, this has been a video on Lake Lanier. If we get 100 likes on this one, we'll follow up with a video on Forsyth County. Talk about some of the atrocities that have happened there. Anyway, this is Tyrus Rex. Peace out.